Part 1, The Descent into the Unknown. The story begins with Commander Yarrick Voss, a seasoned space explorer, navigating his ship, the Starblade, through a treacherous asteroid field. The mission: to investigate a mysterious signal emanating from a derelict space station orbiting a dying star. Yarrick is accompanied by his trusted crew, Dr. Lyra Tanis, a brilliant xenobiologist, Lieutenant Kale Draven, a tactical genius, and Zora, the ship's AI, whose calm voice contrasts with the chaos outside. As they approach the station, the signal grows stronger, revealing a haunting melody that seems to resonate with the crew's deepest fears and desires. The station, known as Eclipse 9, is a relic of the ancient Orion Empire, a civilization that vanished millennia ago. Its dark, jagged silhouette looms ominously against the crimson glow of the dying star. Upon docking, the crew discovers that the station is not entirely abandoned. Strange, bioluminescent flora covers the walls, pulsating in sync with the signal. Dr. Tanis identifies the plants as a hybrid of organic and synthetic material, suggesting advanced bioengineering. As they delve deeper, they encounter remnants of the station's former inhabitants, skeletal remains fused with the station's machinery, as if the station itself had consumed them. The tension rises when Zora detects a sudden surge in energy levels. The station's systems, long dormant, begin to reactivate. The crew is forced to split up to investigate the source of the anomaly. Yarrick and Kale head to the control center, while Dr. Tanis explores the biological research wing. In the control center, Yarrick and Kale uncover a holographic recording left by the station's last commander. The message is fragmented, but the commander's final words send chills down their spines: the void is not empty. It watches. It hungers. Meanwhile, Dr. Tanis stumbles upon a hidden laboratory filled with cryogenic pods. One of the pods is still active, its occupant, a humanoid figure with shimmering, silver skin, stirring from a centuries-long slumber. Before she can react, the figure's eyes snap open, and the station's lights flicker ominously. The part ends with the crew regrouping, only to find that the station's exits have sealed shut. The signal grows louder, now accompanied by whispers that seem to come from within their own minds. The crew realizes they are not alone, and whatever is with them is far from human. Part 2, The Awakening of the Forgotten. The crew of the Starblade faces their first major challenge as the station's systems turn against them. The silver-skinned figure, who introduces herself as Naira, claims to be a scientist from the Orion Empire. She warns the crew that the station is alive, a sentient entity known as the Harbinger, designed to harness the power of the void itself. Naira explains that the Harbinger was created as a last-ditch effort to save the Orion Empire from an encroaching cosmic entity known as the Devourer. However, the station's experiments went awry, causing it to become a prison for both its creators and the entity they sought to control. Naira's awakening has triggered the Harbinger's defense mechanisms, and it now sees the crew as intruders. As the crew struggles to navigate the station's labyrinthine corridors, they are pursued by shadowy figures, manifestations of the Harbinger's consciousness. These figures, known as eidolons, feed on fear and doubt, growing stronger with each encounter. Kale's tactical skills are put to the test as he devises strategies to outmaneuver the relentless pursuers. Dr. Tanis, fascinated by Naira's biology, learns that she is a hybrid of human and void energy, making her immune to the Harbinger's influence. Naira reveals that she was part of a secret project to create beings capable of communicating with the Devourer. However, the project was abandoned and the entity proved too volatile to control. The tension reaches a breaking point when the crew discovers a massive chamber at the heart of the station. The chamber houses a pulsating, black sphere, a portal to the void. Naira warns that the portal is unstable and that the Devourer is attempting to break through. The crew must decide whether to destroy the station, risking their own lives, or attempt to seal the portal, a task that seems nearly impossible. The part ends with the crew preparing for a desperate battle against the Harbinger's defenses. Naira offers to guide them, but her true intentions remain unclear. As the portal begins to crack open, the crew realizes that their time is running out. Part 3: The Battle Within. The crew launches their assault on the Harbinger's core, facing waves of eidolons and malfunctioning security systems. Yarrick takes command, leading the team with a mix of courage and calculated risk. Kale's combat expertise proves invaluable as he fends off the shadowy figures, while Dr. Tanis uses her knowledge of the station's biology to disable its defenses. Naira, however, begins to exhibit strange behavior. Her connection to the void grows stronger, and she starts to hear the Devourer's voice. She warns the crew that the entity is trying to manipulate her, using her as a conduit to enter their reality. Despite her efforts to resist, the crew begins to question her loyalty. As they reach the core, the crew is confronted by a massive eidolon, a manifestation of the Harbinger's will. The battle is intense, with the crew using every resource at their disposal to weaken the creature. Naira, tapping into her void energy, delivers the final blow, but at a cost. The strain of using her powers causes her to collapse. With the eidolon defeated, the crew gains access to the core's control systems. However, they soon realize that destroying the station will not be enough to stop the Devourer. The portal must be sealed from within the void itself, a task that requires someone to enter the unstable rift. Naira volunteers, knowing that her hybrid nature gives her the best chance of survival. Yarrick, torn between his duty to his crew and his growing bond with Naira, reluctantly agrees. The crew prepares for the final phase of their mission, knowing that failure could mean the end of everything. The part ends with Naira stepping into the portal, her form dissolving into the void. The crew watches in silence as the portal begins to close, but not before a massive, shadowy hand reaches out, grasping at the edges of reality. Part 4: The Void's Embrace. Naira finds herself in a surreal, ever-shifting landscape, the void itself. Time and space have no meaning here, and she is bombarded by visions of past, present, and future. The Devourer manifests as a colossal, shapeless entity, its voice a cacophony of whispers and screams. Naira's mission is clear: she must locate the void's anchor point, a fragment of the Harbinger's original design, and use it to seal the portal. However, the Devourer is aware of her presence and seeks to corrupt her, offering her power and knowledge in exchange for her loyalty. Meanwhile, the crew aboard the Starblade faces their own challenges. The station's systems are collapsing, and the portal's instability threatens to tear the station apart. Yarrick and Kale work tirelessly to stabilize the station, while Dr. Tanis attempts to communicate with Naira through the void. Naira's journey through the void is fraught with peril. She encounters remnants of the Orion Empire's experiments, twisted, half-formed creatures that serve as guardians of the void. Each encounter tests her resolve, forcing her to confront her own fears and doubts. As she nears the anchor point, Naira is confronted by a vision of her past, a memory of the day she was transformed into a hybrid. The vision reveals that she was not a willing participant in the experiment, but a prisoner, forced to undergo the procedure against her will. This revelation shakes her to her core, but also strengthens her determination to end the Devourer's threat. The part ends with Naira reaching the anchor point, only to find it guarded by a massive, void-born creature. The creature, a fusion of the Harbinger's consciousness and the Devourer's power, attacks without warning. Naira prepares for the final battle, knowing that the fate of two realities rests on her shoulders.